Have you edited the columns in your Jotform tables a little too much and need to get them back to how they were? Well, let me show you how to reset your columns in Jotform tables. Hey Jotformers, welcome back. I'm Kimberly, and if you don't already know, every single piece of Jotform is intertwined and connected together. So anytime someone submits a form, that data comes from the form into a table. So let's go ahead and take a look at this table and we'll kind of walk you through what resetting those columns does. So of course, over on the far left-hand side, we have the submission date, but then we can see we have a field called client. Then we have one called assignee, then we have one called mail info, and then we can see that we have some custom columns that we have added with some buttons. We have an action button to send an email, we have a date field, we have another action button to send another form, and then down here we can see we have their email address. Now, if we jump over from our tables over into our form builder, we can see that the form has three fields: name, email, and same address. So now out of those three fields, only the email field is still called the same thing within my table. So we renamed the name field to client, and we renamed the same address field to mail info. So if I jump back over to my table, we can see that we have the client, the mail info, and then the email. They're all spread out. They're not together. And like I mentioned, we changed the names of the client and the mail info. Now, before, if we would have reset the columns, we would have lost all of the custom things that we added in. And now we get to save all of that data. So what reset columns is going to do, I'm going to go ahead and choose those three dots right up here on that tab and come right down here to reset columns. So like I mentioned, what it's going to do is it's going to pull all of the form fields. So we have the name, the email, and the same address, those three fields. It's going to pull them all the way over to the left-hand side and leave all of the custom columns on the right. And at the same time, it's also going to rename those column headers back to what the form fields are called. So let's go ahead and do reset columns and see this in action. Yes, we can see right here, all columns will revert back to their original position and name. Any columns added directly to the table will be listed after the form columns. Let's go ahead and reset to default. And we can see that all of those columns that are on the form are all the way on the left. We have name. Again, it changed from client to name. Email, and then mail info is now same address. And then we have all of those custom columns that we have added over on the right. And you can also see that they are all resized as well, but it really is as simple as that. If you have any questions about how to reset your columns in your Jotform table, let us know down below in the comments. If you like this video and you got some value, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell so you get notification every time we put out a new video. I'll see you next time.